What is going on, you guys? Welcome to today's video. As you can see, we are driving the wagon and I'm not having to scream at the camera because we fixed the exhaust yesterday and it sounds so much better. I mean, there's no sound and it's perfect. So the plan for today, I have to run to the store real fast to get the last minute things because tomorrow's Casey's birthday. And then later on today, I have a guy coming over who wants to help me, hopefully get the calipers all put together. Apparently I used the wrong kind of grease on them, which is why they possibly seized up, and he has some better silicone to use. So yeah, we'll see if that works out. If not, I don't know if he's bringing a compressor or not. I do know you can use a compressor to actually push the piston out, but we'll see what he brings and hopefully we can get it put together. So up here by the post office, they just added in this really cool new, I believe it's a Russian fighter jet, but it's sick. I'll show you guys in a second. Look how cool this thing is. Such an awesome thing they put in. So cool. I'm not sure whose man's this is, but that thing is so clean. Bag Tesla on the rotor forms. Even has the Recaro baby seat in the back, if you can see that or not, but I think it's clean. All right, boys, we are finally heading back home. As you can see, the back of the car is full of stuff. I've been running around all day long, and now it's ready. I'm gonna hit up Martin, see if he can come over, and we'll try and get these calipers done, and fingers crossed it works. All right, so Martin just got here to grab a jacket real fast because the weather's quite crap. Let's get these pistons done. I like the Audi. Oh, he brought the compressor. He brought everything. Okay.
Yeah, well, I did it in my basement. It's no problem.
He's okay. Cool. Yeah, I was wondering if you bring a compressor or not, because other than that, I'm not quite sure to get the piston back out. And apparently, what I used is incorrect. But we're learning. So he has the correct stuff. You said, right? Yeah. So he's gonna learn me, and we'll get these things. Hopefully, get the piston back out of these and then assembled properly.
Yeah, it's moving.
That's it, moving, yeah. So bleeder screw back in, compressed air, some wood to stop it from shooting out.
Okay. See it?
And there it is. So what I used, I thought plastic lube was for the pistons and all that kind of stuff. This is incorrect. This is for like your slide pins. This is what you want to use. I don't know what it says at all, but this is the correct stuff for the actual lubrication of the pistons and the grease inside. So don't use this. Learn from my mistakes. But we're learning. So now
it's a silicone grease.
Silicone grease. So this is what we want to use for inside for the piston.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, that one got beat up a little bit. I have other ones though, so that's okay.
Okay, nice. So let's crack the other one.
And do the same thing?
Yeah.
And then the bleeder screw right here.
Okay, all right, getting it done. It's another shot.
And there it is.
Okay, nice. Now clean it up.
We'll go through.
You get a brake cleaner?
Yeah, I got a brake cleaner. I'll find it for you. We'll go through with the correct stuff and have it assembled properly and no more seizing up. So this stuff will make it lock up real quick. So go through and re-clean these out. Make sure there's no more of that plastic lube in there, and then use the correct stuff. So now at this point, I've gone through and I've cleaned everything out of there, re-sanded it, and made sure there's no more plastic lube left in there. We've got all the new seals back out and cleaned off as well. We're going to use the original seals now since they're not torn at all. And what he was telling me to do is to put this on the bottom of the piston and then the first bit of this in, which I tried to do last time, and as I pushed this in, the front portion popped out, and then this obviously got stuck in there, so I couldn't try again. But that's what I was trying to do. So hopefully today it goes smoother with the there goes that, with the proper grease, and this time it actually won't seize up on me.
So you just don't have to use much of this.
So just a little bit just to go around the outside?
Yeah.
And then same thing for the seal.
Plug it in. Very nice.
Nice and in there. And then do you put silicone on this first or not until afterwards?
Afterwards.
Afterwards, okay. So is this the entire thing or just the top section?
No, the entire thing.
Okay.
Just a little bit. And also the seal. Then put this one in. That is the most difficult thing.
It's a bit of a pain. Like,
yeah.
It may look harder than it is, or it might be easier for you, but that section of trying to make it work together is such a pain. Like, I thought I had it last time, and then when I shoved it in, the front section popped out, and then I got stuck. So it's harder than it looks. Now, if you're a brake specialist, then it might be easier for you. But I think you got it. That'd be it.
I think I have it.
There it is. Look at that. Like a champ.
Yes, it is.
Like a complete champ. Look at that. Well done, sir. And so now I've been able to learn the proper way to do this with... I think I would have been able to get it if I didn't have this stuff in there, because I think this was really screwing me up and making everything just stick. But you live and you learn. So one more to go, and then our calipers are assembled, which is awesome. So, but this stuff, the plastic lube, I can use for the slide pins, though, correct?
Yes.
That's fine. Just not inside.
This is for the side pins and also for the brake pads in the back.
On the back.
That they don't squeak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just not for inside.
No.
I've learned my lesson.
For inside, it's just the silicone grease.
Gotcha. Okay. Duly noted. There you go. Time. Yeah, there it is. That should be it.
I'm in. Done.
Nicely done. So now that both calipers here have their pistons and seals, we'll go through with now using this stuff and just a little bit into each one of these, and then our new slide pins can go in, and then go ahead and get the carrier mounted to the caliper, and then these will be ready to go in the car.
Do you have the original ones?
Yeah, in the bag right over there.
Have you checked if they're the same size?
I have not. I ordered everything for...
Yes, because they are shorter.
Oh, they are shorter. Look at that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we can go ahead and just use the original ones then.
Yeah.
And let's put the, I guess, the new boots on them.
Yeah.
And that'll be good as new. Interesting. I wonder why these are longer. I wonder if it's because... So the pistons I ordered were for G60, which they fit no problem. These were also for G60, which the calipers should be the same. But I guess these ones are a little bit longer. But no worries. This is why I said keep all of your original stuff just in case, because the factory seals saved me because my other ones tore, and now the factory slides are also saving me again. So very good to have all that stuff. All right, there we go. The carriers are assembled and ready to go. It's still kind of weird that these new slide pins were too long, but like I said, I'm glad I kept the old ones. These are ready to go. Our calipers are ready to go. So now I'm gonna get the R32 moving out of the way, pull the car out, and we'll start putting these on the car. Can't wait to have these nice big rotors on there. And then again, massive shout out to Martin here for coming over and teaching me the proper way to do this correctly. Like I said, my first time doing it, I just wanted to learn, and I did it incorrectly, but you have all the knowledge and experience, so I'm very thankful. So
no problem.
Thank you for that. It helped out a bunch. Super nice of him to come by and help me out. I learned a whole bunch on how to do this the proper way. This tried to ruin my life last time, but we fixed it. It's all good to go. Everything's together properly and in good working order. Now let's get them put on the car. gotta say, I really do like these black wheels in this car, and I can't wait to have my fancy brakes back there. All right, we are ready to begin finally getting our new brake setup here on the car. If you're new to the channel, my car is a 97 American spec Jetta. A lot of people think my car is a Vento. It does have Vento bumpers, but this car is in fact an American spec Jetta 2.0. Originally, now has a VR6, but we still have the stock 2.0 256 millimeter rotors and going to a much larger 280 millimeter, also with the G60 / GTI caliper. So this one here with the carrier arm, this section right above my thumb there, is much longer on these ones than the stock one right here. You can see how much shorter this is. This is what allows us to run the larger caliper, which we've now rebuilt. It's all nice and brand new, and allows us to fit this nice big rotor, and then we'll have some new pads as well. So a very, very nice OEM direct fit setup, and I can't wait to swap it in there. Just look how nice it's gonna be. Oh, spicy. So how this will work, we're gonna remove this caliper, which is two, I believe 17s, 1 and 2 on the back side of here. We have to disconnect this brake line from right there, and then that'll remove our caliper and our brake pads and all of that. And then we have the one set screw right here, remove our rotor, and then the new one can go on with our new set screws. That's on, swap over our brake line from here to this one, insert our pads, bleed the system, and essentially we are done with one side. So I have brake cleaner and a rag here to clean off our brake rotor before that goes on. I have vice grips and a rag here to pinch off the brake line here. Now we want to just simply close the line so it's not leaking all the fluid, and also use this. We don't want to crush this line or cut it, so I'm going to use the rag on the inside of this like this to close down, just to hold the fluid from coming out all the way. We have a 14 millimeter to break free the brake line from the caliper. We have a 17 to do the 2 bolts on the backside holding the carrier to the hub. And then I have this, the little Phillips head, to undo this one, and then a mount because you always need a mount. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm gonna go ahead and clamp up this brake line and break it free. Now we wanna do this very carefully. Like I said, I don't want to, this stuff's right here. We don't want to tear the line or break it. We just want to simply close it so all of our fluid's not leaking like crazy. Hopefully that's enough. Once I pull it off, we'll see if that was enough or not. So now we'll take our 14 here and just simply break this free. So once the caliper's off, we can spin the caliper off from here and pull. Also very lightly. So that's broke free. That's good. Now we'll do our 17, which is going to be 1 right here. And I just had these off, so they shouldn't be on there too tight. Going to tap it, tap, tap. And she's broke free. I said I just had these off before, so they shouldn't be very tight at all. We want to go this way. There we go. That's the right way to go. All right, got my ratchet here and also some cardboard in case it does start leaking. Put that down there. So we'll use this now. And we'll go from the back side and we will spin. Hopefully you can see that. Sorry, I'm hitting against the car. Bear with me. Right, there's our top one. Don't want to lose that. And we have one more down here on the bottom to get to, if I can find it again. I keep hitting you guys in the car, I apologize. Alright, so there's that. Bolt, there's our second bolt right there. And now our caliper should come off all as one. And now we'll go ahead and spin this off of the brake line there. Hope you guys can see that. Look at that, no brake fluid. So we pinched it enough and hopefully we didn't do any damage with our towel there. So now this entire caliper is off. We'll set that over here so it doesn't leak any brake fluid on the ground. All right, so there's our old one compared to our much larger 280. Let me grab my new set pin. All right, there's our first bit. Make sure this is nice and tight. I'm gonna actually grab a thicker one of these. I don't wanna go stripping that out. There we go. We don't wanna go stripping the screw out. That's no fun. All right, so that's on there nice and tight. Now we can go through, everything's nice and tight. Nothing's rubbing so far. Good, now we can go through and do our caliper and all this stuff. But first off, look how good that looks. We can put our carrier back on. That should fit right over this. Let me grab the bolt here. Let's see. There's the top one. Is that it? Yeah. I'm kind of like trying to consciously think about keeping my head down so you guys don't just see the fender the entire time. I apologize, that's all you're seeing. All right, nice and snug for both. Now we'll go ahead and get our pads. Actually, let me grab the Plasti Lube real fast. Martin said to put a little bit of Plasti Lube on the back side here so there's no squeaking, so we'll do just a tiny little bit. Kind of tap it around there. And hopefully that's what he meant. He said just put a little bit on the back side, so hopefully that's kind of what he meant. I'll kind of do that like that. Nice sort of layer the whole thing. So now we'll set these inside of here. And this one. Actually, I think I should probably do my brake line. There we go. Now we'll spin it till it's tight. There we go, nice and tight. Now we can go ahead and release this. Take that off of the way. Our brake line there looks to be okay, which is good. So now we should be able to just simply push these in and push this in. And I think we're there. And now I need to go ahead and get my pins here. I think I'm catching something. Everything looks to be in place though. Need to push it farther than that. What's happening here? There we go. There's the top one. Get that one set. Then we'll get our bottom one set the same way. There we go. Look at that. We've done it. Now I have to go back and snug up our brake line, our caliper bolts, and then these two holding the carrier on. But essentially, there we go, boys. Brembo 280mm rotors, Brembo pads, G60 calipers. Looking good. At this point, everything has been tightened up and is good to go. The last thing to do is bleed this caliper, and then this side will be completely done. But those look so good. Like I said, this brake setup wasn't necessarily bad. I never had any issues with it, but like, look at that. Look at that. I mean, come on. All right, driver side is done and has been bled. Go ahead and hit the brake. So you can see it's nice and tight, let go. And free, and then brake. Nice and tight, good. So that one's done. Now, we're going to this side where I've got all assembled and everything's on and good to go. Now you must bleed this side. All right, you can go ahead and pump. You can see the carrier starting to move a little bit. We got no leaks over here, which is nice. All right, hold. Then we'll crack this free. You can hear all the air coming out of there. And shooting out of there, basically. Look at that. All right, I'll go ahead and tighten it back down. All right, go ahead and pump. We'll do this 4 or 5 times, get all of the air out of there, and then is ready to go. All right, both sides are officially done and bled. No more air coming out either side. I'm gonna go ahead and top off the brake fluid reservoir real fast, put the wheels back on, we'll go for a drive, and we'll go ahead and bed in the brake pads and brake rotors together. Well, dang. Look how good that looks. I love these wheels that are so open. You can see all the brake rotor, the caliper very nicely. Look at that. All right, let's get back on the ground and go for a drive. All right, so I went through and I read this giant thing that came with the Brembo pads and rotors here. It doesn't really give you any specifics for bedding them in. All it says basically right about here is perform a few trials at slow speeds. I'm gonna go off what Charles, the home mechanic, did. He did like 3 or 4 slow speed, like light braking stops, and then 8 to 10 more high speed deceleration. So we'll do that, get these bedded in properly, and then we'll be good to go. So like I said, we're gonna do 3 to 5 slow speed brakes and then cruise for about double the time. And then we'll do 8 to 10 higher speed stops. So these first few stops are just to build up some heat in the brake pads and the rotors. About 20 miles miles an hour, and then just a nice little hold. 1, 2, 3, and then back off, and we'll cruise for about double the time. And then we'll do it again. We'll kind of just hold lightly, and then off again. And we'll do that a few times just to build some heat, and then we'll do some faster stops. And then slow down. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get off the brakes here and use the e-brake because I don't want to just sit on the rotor to the pads there and get a heat spot, which they might not be hot enough to do anyways, but no chances. So we're off the pedal right now and just using the e-brake, and then we'll go up this road here to the straightaway. Nice yellow. All right. We'll do 2 more slow stops here. A little bit longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't cruise for about 10 seconds. Ooh, this thing sounds good. And then we'll do 1 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll cruise out again. I'll do one last one before I do the high-speed ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right, now we should have some heat in the pads now and the rotors. And now we'll go to about 60 miles an hour and do some more aggressive stops once we get out of the town here. All right, so we'll go about 6 miles an hour here. Cruise. That was about, I'll say, a half brake pressure just to get a more aggressive stop and a bit more bite from the pads. And we're gonna do, he said 8 to 10 of those, so we'll do it again. We'll cruise for a minute. And then hard on the brakes. That's 2. And I'm not mashing the pedal, I'm just kind of simply slowly pushing it down. We have 1 more to do, that'll make 10. And then we'll do a nice little cruise of this road. I was gonna hit some back roads, but as you can see, it's starting to rain, so we'll skip that for today. This will be our last one here. Yeah, I can feel them, they definitely come alive once you like get them all bedded in. From the first brake to now, it feels solid. So now they should be bedded in properly. The pads all seated to the rotors, and now we're good. So we'll cruise back home now. This car's trying to catch me, looks like. You can't catch me. So nicely. I don't know whose car was behind me, but he was coming up fast, and I said, gotta go. Oh, here it comes now. Might have already slowed down. I guess we'll go away again. brake with our fancy brakes, and back to speed limit, and we're good. And we're good. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. Miley is officially ready for the Nürburgring. We got new tires, nice light wheels. We got our nice fancy brakes. We've got our fire extinguisher. She's ready. She is ready. Like I said, the car could have gone to the Nürburgring forever ago, but I just wanted to have some added safety things just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my pride and joy. So just in case, some added safety. Make sure we have a sticky situation, we can hopefully get out of it. Again, shout out to Martin for coming over. Thank you so much for learning me how to do the calipers properly and using the right grease and stuff. So that is it. Miley is officially ready for the Nürburgring. So very, very soon, we are making our first trip there. I cannot wait. Do not forget, be thankful for us today. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.